again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rearview mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
Years after Joe Namath and the guarantee, we are underway in Super Bowl 53. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They're led out by a man who started more Super Bowls than anyone in NFL history, the great Tom Brady.
I can't help but admire the career Tom Brady has had. The numbers are off the charts. The Super Bowl championships and rings, we know that they are incredible. But how about the durability? Had one season that he missed, most of that season because of a knee injury. The rest of the time, he answers the bell and wills his team to victory more times than not. And we keep hearing from people who are waiting to see the drop-off in his play. I'd quit worrying about it. I'd quit looking for it. He says he wants to play until he's 45. Is there any reason to doubt him? His skills have shown no sign of declining. That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now let's give you a look here at the New England offense.
Let's be honest about everyone in the NFL competes, but Julian Edelman, he really competes. Transitioned from a college quarterback to a slot receiver in the NFL, and he thinks that no one can cover him just by sheer force of will.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Wait 20! Wait 20!
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he hits his man, Matthews. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there of 22. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find Big 87.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Brady now on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Mario Davis. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The intended receiver there, Allen. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And now back out comes the offense. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. So after the INT, it's Breeze. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. For the first time with Alvin Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. The ball going back to the New England Patriots offense here, and it's not official yet. They haven't clinched the AFC East in 2018, but
Hold a second. Not official yet?
Well, they're on their way.
Let me just tell you, you don't need many precincts to weigh in on this one. Let's go ahead and call it. They're going to win the AFC East again.
Hey, election day is over. You're living in the past.
Okay, my bad.
But if they do go on and capture it, it's a 10th straight AFC East title. 15 out of the last 16 years. It is so remarkable the run that they're on.
It really is, and I think a lot of it goes back to talent assessment and putting guys in the right spots. Cordero Patterson could never find his niche as a receiver in the league. They moved him to running back, and he gives them excellent play. Josh Gordon trying to find his way in the league. He's finding it in New England now and giving them big plays. And how about Julian Edelman, back from injury, a college quarterback, now elite slot receiver in the NFL. And if they can get Rob Gronkowski fully healthy, look out.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll run it here. This is James White. White's got a first down and more. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Brady now on first down. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, it's White, and he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So 1 quarter down here in the Super Bowl. 0-0 our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On first down, Brady over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Brady. Slant route caught by Edelman. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Brady to his old reliable Edelman, and the Patriots have a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And that's caught. It's Edelman again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. A first carry now for Rex Burkhead. He will push his way down to about the 14. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
20.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and that'll make it third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, 20!
From the gun, it's Brady. Allen has it, left side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So now on 4th down, on comes Stephen Gostkowski to try and get the patch 3. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The football going back over to the New Orleans Saints and a team this year, Charles, that really took off after that Week 1 loss. For me, it all came together Week 9. You think back to that game when they beat the Rams, knocked off their undefeated streak to start the regular season. So now, are the Saints really Super Bowl winning contenders? I mean, do you put them in that category?
Oh, I certainly do, and I think people were wondering how they would respond this season after what happened to end last season, the Minneapolis Miracle, where they ended up giving up the touchdown pass in the last play of the game in the playoffs. And when it started losing at home to Tampa Bay, many wondered if their psyche had really been affected, but they've regrouped since then. The defense is really playing well. And then there's always Drew Brees to Mike Thomas. And that is working very well for them.
Well, since you mentioned Michael Thomas, and we talked about that win over the Rams, never forget going to get the flip phone, Mr. Michael Thomas, channeling his inner Joe Horn from back in the day.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now Brees on 3rd down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Brady going to give this one to Burkhead. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down. They'll run now with Burkhead. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Now he'll throw with Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
New England on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Brady going to throw. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Brady. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down. Brady. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, Brady throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. On third down, that's White. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. They'll run for it. This is White. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The halftime show, quite a spectacle, but it's back to football for the second half of Super Bowl 53. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 75 yards. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A play fake for Burkhead. Now Brady throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Brady now, 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Brady. And look at the catch by Gronkowski. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
20.
On first down, Brady goes underneath here to White, and he'll get it down here to the 43. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Brady again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hogan. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
By 20.
On play action, now Brady. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
20.
This is Gillisley. A gain of 7 might change the thought process here as they have some options on 4th and goal.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down.
20.
They'll run for it with Gillisley. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Jay Bromley. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again.
He's trying to escape. He won't. He's taken down. Ingram taken down to the end zone. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Here's Dorsett. Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Allen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. New England on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Brady. And Allen's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Wait, 20! Wait, 20!
Brady now on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
20!
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Allen's got it complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Again, it's Brady. And he lets go a laser pulled in by Edelman. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
To throw is Breeze. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Ready. You waiting?
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And his throw here is incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target, and it's 3rd down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
From the gun on third down, Breeze. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. Dorsett on the return. We call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Patriots take over. So the Patriots coming out now. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll run. This is Burkhead. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Shotgun now for Brady. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And look at this. It's a fake. Allen hit. He lost the football. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right?
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the 4th. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making the play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. He's going to look for Allen now. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Breeze. From left side, taken in by Meredith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27. Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Lawrence Guy in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. He's back to throw. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Lutz puts this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth-quarter comeback?
It's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too mmany teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. Back to throw. Allen's got it over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Fourth down now defensively. Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler, Gostkowski. This, undoubtedly, the biggest kick of his life. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, that would have been something if he could have saved him from that long distance there in the closing seconds, but it was just not meant to be.
They need a little more time and a little more yardage to give him a realistic shot. And that kick's a good metaphor for this game, isn't it? They're going to wind up a little short in the end.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And the Lombardi Trophy is headed back to the Bayou. The New Orleans Saints, Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.